Thank you, Sam. According to the Department of Homeland Security, there were roughly 4,600 border crossings attempted in July. The last administration reported 56,400 encounters in July of 2024. It's about a 90% drop year to year. Tonight, we're getting some context to those reports from DesRosiers. She's the director of the Immigration Law Clinic at Albany Law School. Here's a longer portion of our conversation on that. When it comes to this zero border crossings or some of the statistics you might be seeing when it comes to that or hearing at this point, what does that mean to you? You know, when you hear that or understand what is happening there, that would lead to that kind of a stat, if you will, or a decrease in that.
The statistics are gathered by Customs and Border Protection. Those are released on a regular basis. It's an obligation for CBP and ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which enforces the immigration law within the country. So CBP does the border, and then Immigration and Customs Enforcement does the interior. Those are required to be released. They count encounters. So if you think about the ways, I only did a college level stats course, but generally, if you don't have a large pool and you are selecting the pool, you get to decide who is in and outside of the numbers that you count, right? So I think that that's something that's important to keep in mind when we're looking at these statistics. It is encounters. So theoretically, if CBP or Border Patrol, which is a sub-agency of CBP, the field offices of CBP are the offices that kind of look at and admit or deny people entering the country at ports of entry. And then Border Patrol is the sub-agency that patrols between ports of entry. So if CBP just doesn't go out for a month and they sit in their office and they watch TV all day, that would indicate that they have not encountered anyone, which in one situation could be interpreted as there's nobody who is crossing. On the other hand, it could also be interpreted they're just not doing a very good job because they're sitting in their office and watching TV. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but that is important to keep in mind when we're looking at these statistics.
But people can still come, right? Like, I think that's kind of the feel. It's like, well, is anybody allowed to come in anymore and become a citizen, right? You know, like that's still available to people, right?
Yes, yes, it is. Theoretically, I think it is becoming more difficult at every level to get a visa, get a green card, and become naturalized.
Right,
and
it
so
plays into what we were talking about before, right? Just the barriers to that. Head to the CBS 6 News app for that full conversation. It's available for free on the Apple App Store along with Google Play.